Good day viewers, welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend and are feeling refreshed and ready for the week ahead. Our lead story for today. Matlala to deliver an explosive and damning testimony at the Ad-hoc Committee, Senzo Mchunu and Sibiya in big trouble. Brown Mogotsi accuses Matlala of playing a role in a businessman's murder. A ticking time bomb is about to detonate in South Africa's parliament, and its name is Vusimuzi Matlala. In the unfolding saga of corruption and hidden dealings within South Africa's criminal justice system, all eyes are now on Matlala, the controversial businessman facing serious charges, as he prepares to deliver what could be his most revealing testimony yet before Parliament's ad hoc committee. This committee has been digging deep into claims of criminal acts, political meddling, and corrupt practices that have plagued law enforcement. Matlala, currently held at Kgosi Mampuru maximum security prison while awaiting trial, has been flagged as a key witness, and the committee is ready to subpoena him if needed to ensure he appears. Given his past statements to investigators, where he expressed deep frustration with suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrack for failing to shield him and his businesses despite the large sums of money he provided them, expectations are high that Matlala will use this platform to unleash even more damaging details. His testimony has the potential to place Mchunu and Sibiya in even greater jeopardy, exposing layers of alleged favoritism and financial ties that could reshape public trust in high-level officials. Adding to the intensity of this story is the recent emergence of accusations from fixer Brown Mogotsi, who has publicly pointed fingers at ANC Secretary-General Matlala, claiming he played a part in the murder of businessman Wandile Boswana. Mogotsi, a figure linked to various influential networks, has made these claims in media interviews, prompting Matlala to rush to the Pretoria High Court on an urgent basis to seek a retraction, an apology, and an order preventing further such statements. Matlala argues that these unfounded allegations endanger his life, as they might incite revenge from Boswana's family or associates, and he insists there is no evidence to support them, especially since the actual perpetrators of Boswana's killing have already been convicted and sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Now, we've heard Mr. Mogotsi from Secretary of the ANC, Matlala, say that your membership has in fact expired, and the party has distanced itself and all your activities, saying that you have actually exploited the party for your own personal gain.
Yeah, I've seen those communications and the utterances by the Secretary General. But let me confirm something to you. I'm a member of the ANC in good standing. I have also, attempted to send you some proof that my membership only expires at the end of October. But it is not the Secretary General who has the power to do that. My branch, which I have communicated with, and they are aware that my membership only expires at the end of October. The ANC is a voluntary organization. You do the work of the ANC wherever and when you feel like assisting or providing any service for the ANC. It's a voluntary organization. And in the case where Fikile is talking about sourcing money and stuff like that, the January 8th function, everyone is allowed to attend. And the ANC itself cannot transport all the people. And if there is a particular businessman who's ready to assist, like the list that appeared on TV, you can see those people come from Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Free State, Eastern Cape. We are just trying to bring as many comrades to the function. It's not about being lobbied. And on the same breath, on the January 8th that we are talking about, the national officials of the ANC, they came with one boat from Cape Town to Robben Island. It's only Matlala alone who came with a lavish boat owned by a foreign national company. Do we have to question him? Did he declare that? What should we say? And talking of being implicated, the way Fikile is doing, all the utterances he made, let me give you one. He traveled with Vusimuzi abroad. Vusimuzi has been convicted and sentenced for the killing of Wandile Boswana. It was also shown that he was with Vusimuzi 2-3 days before Wandile Boswana was murdered. I know Boswana's family. You know, with our interaction, they showed me some proof that actually Botswana gave Fikile Mbolile 1 million rand, and he promised to pay it back. Today, the money is not paid.
You're saying that Mbalula was instrumental in working with Makeke to ensure that what was done to Botswana happened?
I cannot say that. I'm saying, in as much as he was with Vusimuzi, currently Vusimuzi has been sentenced. Do we have to label him? Do we have to tell him you can't be a member of the ANC? You were traveling with someone who's been convicted and sentenced? That's what I'm saying. That the same applies to his wife in Free State. She was involved in the housing scandal, where Fikile is a direct beneficiary because he's the husband. Do we have to say, no, you can't be a Secretary General because now your wife is implicated? He's using the name Brown Mogotsi to actually attack his target. And that target is Senzo Mchunu. This whole thing that led to Matlala Commission, the target is Senzo Mchunu.
Why would the former minister be specifically attacked? For what means?
Contestation. The 2027 electoral conference has all these things.
This court battle highlights the tangled web of accusations flying around, where personal reputations and political futures hang in the balance, drawing in figures from the ruling party and law enforcement alike. As the Ad hoc Committee pushes forward, it has already signaled its intent to extend its mandate beyond the November 28 deadline, citing the need to hear from critical witnesses like Matlala and to review over 286 public submissions that remain unexamined. The committee's chairperson, Soviet Lekanyane, has emphasized the importance of bringing Matlala in securely, coordinating with the Department of Correctional Services to arrange his appearance, whether in Cape Town or at a prison location, to prevent any escape risks. This careful planning underscores the high stakes involved, as Matlala's insights could build on testimonies already given by figures such as KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi and former Police Minister Bheki, who have implicated him in broader networks of influence. Matlala's story traces back to his arrest on May 14 of this year, a dramatic event that unfolded in Midrand after police conducted surveillance on his movements. Investigators had secured a warrant from the Randburg Magistrates Court just a day earlier, on May 13, and they tracked his motorcade as it left the home of former National Police Commissioner Raya Pieka. The arrest happened opportunely when the car Matlala was traveling in suffered a tire puncture, allowing officers to apprehend him without a high-speed pursuit, especially cautious given that his security team consisted of former members of the military's elite unit. Upon capture, Matlala immediately began mentioning connections to top police officials, claiming he had been utilized by Sibiya and even requesting to speak directly to the head of crime intelligence, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo. This arrest stemmed from Matlala's alleged role in the attempted murder of his ex-girlfriend, Teboko Tsobejane, which occurred on October 17, 2023, in Johannesburg's Bryanston area. That night, between 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., a black BMW carrying Tsobejane and her friends Anele Malinga and Kumbuleni Nube came under heavy fire at the corner of Bryanston and Wilton Drive. Tsobejane sustained a gunshot wound to her foot, while Malinga suffered a severe injury to her spinal cord, leaving her paralyzed, and Nube was also harmed. Matlala, regarded by investigators as the one who ordered the hit, faces charges including 3 counts of attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, fraud, money laundering, and defeating the ends of justice. His co-accused include his wife Tsagani, aged 36, who is out on 20,000 rand bail, alleged hitman Musagegana, aged 35, and Tleko Floyd Mabusela, aged 47, both still in custody after dropping their bail bids, and Mabusela's daughter Ntabiseng Nzama, aged 23, who was released on 10,000 rand bail. Bank records reveal that the day after the failed attempt, Matlala transferred 100,000 rand from one of his companies, Medicare 24 Tshwane District, to Nzama, with the funds traceable back to another firm, Cat VIP Security Services. In the hours following his arrest, Matlala opened up to police investigators, identified only as witnesses A, B, and C, in recorded interviews that have since been played at the Matlala Judicial Commission of Inquiry. This commission, led by retired Constitutional Court Justice Mbuyiseli Matlala and held at the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College in Pretoria, is probing deep into criminality, political interference, and corruption in the justice system. Witness C, a member of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team and a forensic investigator specializing in fraud and corruption, joined the Gauteng Organized Crime Unit in December 2024 to assist with these probes. During the interviews, Matlala detailed how he had financially supported Mchunu's ambitions within the ANC, particularly funding delegates for the party's January 8th anniversary celebrations in Khayelitsha, Cape Town, this year. He claimed to have evidence in his bank statements showing payments totaling 500,000 rand for flights, accommodation, and entertainment routed through one of Brown Mogotsi's companies, Kgosi. Matlala expressed his intent to fully implicate Mchunu, stating he would put the minister there due to what he described as Mchunu's criminal behavior, especially after the minister refused to pursue a case against certain police teams. This frustration peaked around the time Mchunu directed National Police Commissioner General Fanny Masemola to cancel Matlala's lucrative 360 million rand contract with the South African Police Service. On the morning of his arrest, Matlala had even messaged Mogotsi about planning to file an affidavit at the High Court to expose Mchunu. These revelations paint a picture of broken promises and betrayed alliances, where large financial contributions failed to secure the protection Matlala expected. Shifting focus to Sibiya, Matlala's accounts during those post-arrest interviews revealed a pattern of cash payments that allegedly cemented their relationship. Matlala explained meeting Sibiya at the farm of the late taxi boss Zanimvula Jotan Msibi, popularly known as Mswaz, located in a secure game reserve near Hammanskraal in Pretoria. Msibi, a wealthy transport mogul who passed away in a Pretoria hospital in January 2024 from an undisclosed illness, hosted gatherings where Matlala provided security services. There, he encountered Msibi's associates, referred to as the Big Five, a cartel reportedly involved in drug trafficking, contract killings, cross-border vehicle hijackings, kidnappings, tender fraud, and extortion, according to crime intelligence head Khumalo.
Amongst these cartels, which are made up of different syndicates, there is one identified in the country known as Big Five, which have since been identified as being very sophisticated, and it has got widespread influence, and it's involved in a broad spectrum of their illicit activities. The structure and the leadership of the particular cartel that will dominate my current testimony is believed to be having its head office in Gauteng for obvious reasons. Gauteng is the economic powerhouse of the country, and then with syndicates and groupings, or the capability of the same cartel to operate throughout the country. That is the currently identified structure and leadership of the cartel. The currently identified cartel, known as Big Five, is having a structure as reflected, with the main commodity being drugs. This is an ongoing project investigation from the identification of the Big Five, the progress made. Those that are mentioned, reflected there in their boxes or positions, they've already been addressed, being a Mr. Katiso Mulifi, as well as a Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala, and then the other three are still being addressed.
So the reason for the skulls is because you can't name those individuals at this point.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Well, not in public.
That is correct, Commissioners.
After Msibi's death, Matlala claimed Sibiya approached him with a mutual care arrangement, interpreting it as a call for financial support in exchange for protection. Sibiya allegedly preferred cash over electronic transfers, instructing Matlala to deliver sums to his undisclosed house or a townhouse in a gated Santon community. Specific instances included handing over 1 million rand in 1 month, drawn from profits of the 360 million rand police tender, 300,000 rand for a party celebrating Sibiya's son's wedding, and 2 million rand to help Sibiya and his wife buy a bed and breakfast property. In another episode, Matlala placed an unspecified amount in a dustbin near Sibiya's Pretoria office. He even purchased 20 impalas for Sibiya's plot, though all the animals later died. Audio recordings of these confessions, played at the commission, capture Matlala detailing these transactions, sometimes reaching up to 1 million rand monthly. These allegations have prompted strong reactions, including from National Coloured Congress MP Fadiel Adams, who has indicated he would file criminal charges against Sibiya if tangible proof emerges. Adams has already pursued perjury charges against Mkhwanazi at the Cape Town Central Police Station, stemming from Mkhwanazi's testimony where he accused Adams of mishandling classified information and initially claimed former Minister Thile sought funds from Matlala, only to retract that part later via SMS, apologizing for an error in bank account identification. Mkhwanazi has responded defiantly, stating he is unafraid of prosecution and plans to clarify matters at the Ad hoc Committee, emphasizing that his earlier statements represented information from his team. Sibiya, now suspended and facing an internal disciplinary hearing, has sought permission from the Matlala Commission to cross-examine implicating colleagues like Masemola and Mkhwanazi. His name surfaced repeatedly in testimonies, including claims of his close ties to Matlala and involvement in dissolving the Political Killings Task Team to obstruct investigations into organized crime. A raid on Sibiya's Centurion home 3 weeks ago resulted in the seizure of electronic devices.
We were under the impression that you were being arrested today, yet you're standing right in front of us. What's the story?
Well, me too, I was under the impression that it's going to happen. I'm expecting it anytime. I mean, the General Mkhwanazi said yesterday that it's imminent. There's been imminent since last year, so I'm still waiting.
So why were the police here, General?
They came to conduct a search and seizure. I was expecting.
And what did they confiscate, General Sibiya?
They will normally look for the gadgets and the cell phones of everybody who's in the yard.
General, we understand that this started since 3 a.m. in the morning. Are you aware about the cars that were coming in looking at your house?
No, I've been under surveillance. Remember, we are under siege here. It's helicopters, it's surveillance, left, right, and center. This is abuse of power. Yesterday, there was a Black X3 there, and then as you come out, you'll see there's a car that side and there's a car that side. So, I mean, this is what I have to live with at this present moment.
In an affidavit, Sibiya denies any friendship with Matlala and challenges the authenticity of WhatsApp messages retrieved from Matlala's phone, which reference planned meetings with him and Mchunu. Sibiya's career path adds context. He rose to head the Hawks in Gauteng, was dismissed in 2015 over illegal rendition allegations involving Zimbabwean nationals, briefly led Johannesburg's anti-corruption unit where he faced probes over 3.5 million rand in alleged gratuities and 580,000 rand in irregular spending, which he denied, and was reinstated and promoted to his current role in 2023 after a Labour court ruling. Meanwhile, the Ad hoc Committee has resolved to summon suspended Inspector General Mshaz Faisal, who initially resisted appearing due to his suspension but has since agreed to testify voluntarily on November 21st. The committee's legal advisor, Senior Counsel Advocate Norman Arendts, stressed Faisal's importance, noting inconsistencies in his earlier excuses. As the committee prepares a report to National Assembly Speaker Togo Didiza on its progress and the need for more time, it remains committed to uncovering the full extent of these issues. Circling back to Mogotsi's claims against Matlala, the ANC leader has detailed in his court affidavit how these accusations threaten his safety and that of his family, potentially eroding trust among the party's over 1 million members and broader supporters. Matlala recounts his 15-year friendship with Botswana, denying any motive for harm and pointing out that he was never a suspect or witness in the case, even winning a prior court judgment against similar defamatory claims by Anelimta. He refutes allegations of traveling overseas with convicted taxi boss Vusimuzi and dismisses corruption claims against his wife Nozugo involving a Free State construction tender as baseless attempts to tarnish their reputations. Matlala argues that if Mogotsi truly believed these crimes occurred, he would have reported them to authorities rather than spreading them publicly, and he seeks 500,000 rand in damages plus costs. The Matlala Commission, which held parts of its Thursday session in camera to protect witness CS identity, continues with new testimony expected on Monday at 9:30 a.m. Matlala's case, meanwhile, returns to the Alexandra Magistrates Court on November 11th, following the Johannesburg High Court's denial of his bail appeal in September. These interconnected threads reveal a system strained by alleged bribes, cancelled contracts, and power plays, where figures like Matlala hold keys to exposing deeper rot. As this narrative of entangled alliances and betrayals continues to develop in real time, with commissions resuming and court dates looming, it raises profound questions about accountability in South Africa's leadership. What do you think should happen next to ensure justice prevails in these high-stakes allegations? Should more officials face immediate investigations, or is there a better way to restore faith in the system? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how these revelations might change the future of law enforcement and politics in our country. Thanks for watching this news bulletin. Please share your opinion in the comments section. We would be glad to read and respond to your comments. Let's meet again tomorrow in our next strange story. Wishing you a fruitful and productive week ahead.